broadcast tonight coming to... And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Bridges.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Bismack Biyombo. Bridges out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the two-guard position. And for the Knicks, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Knox out there with Payton, and it's Robinson in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Rozier. He can't hit that time. Randall with some nice D. Payton left side. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Difficult stretch for these two teams. As a player, Doris, do you change your approach when you're in the midst of a losing streak?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges when you're losing is to remain confident in your abilities, to trust your process, to understand you've put in the requisite work, and sometimes in the midst of losing, you have to just hang your head on knowing I've put in the time, I'm going to stick with the game plan, I've got to be flexible and make adjustments certainly, but trust the process.
Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Now, here's Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Takes the 3. And again, the Hornets missing. Here's Payton. He just could not put it together in that loss to Atlanta. And a missed layup. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Rozier, lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And that one is hammered home.
Absolutely ferocious finish from Mr. Knox. Just salute him.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now, here's Bridges, guarded close. Here's Rozier. It's rebounded by New York. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues. And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here is Robinson, and the basket by Knox.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Graham. Here's Rozier, covered by Payton. Biyombo in the post. Robinson on him. Now, here's Bridges. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Graham. Puts up a 3. Randall grabs the board.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Payton outside to the middle. And there's Randall on the assist by Payton.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Graham. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
So New York ends up going with the new group. And then for Charlotte, Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. And for the length of Bobby Portis, he's sure to provide a bit of fire when he's on the floor.
Well, Portis is never afraid to mix it up with the opponent or sometimes his own guys. This guy plays with a passion that maybe isn't for everyone, but boy, it does spark his teams.
Now, here's Batum. Graham surveying the floor. Back to Batum. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Zeller. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Passes to Ntilikina. To the paint. Here's Portis. It could go. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Washington out there with Hernan Gomez. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at the point guard position. New York leading by 12. Gibson down low. Graham defending. Ntilikina kicks to Harkless. And there's the pass to Gibson. Here's Portis. Back to Gibson. Portis, the pass to Gibson. He goes up again. Right side, Portis. Here's Ntilikina. Defended by Bridges. And he comes up with the deuce.
Frank Ntilikina gaining more and more confidence. Buckets like this prove he can finish on the interior.
Graham, the pass to Bridges. Graham kicks to Bridges. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Charlotte moving it around. Martin with it. Defended by Harkless. Fires the three. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Martin. Martin's got himself on the board with three there. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Harkless. Inside. Here's Gibson. Passes it to Bullock. Shoots. And again, it's New York.
And now, in his second year coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Gibson passes to Bullock and stolen by Graham. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Bullock, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Back to Martin. The pass to Graham. And here is Bridges. And here is Hernan Gomez. No points in the game yet for him. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And New York making a change here. Ellington's checked in. Now, here's Monk. Ellington defending. 6 to shoot. Zeller. And that one, good.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Pass to Bullock. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Zeller. No good there. The Knicks go the other way with it. Gibson looking it over. Ntilikina kicks to Gibson. Pass to Bullock. 54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Here's Washington. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Washington's got his second bucket. Here's Ntilikina. His last outing with 20 points. Passes to Bullock. Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Randall's checked in for Gibson. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Frank Ntilikina. And it's Rozier missing. The Knicks leading by 15. In the corner, Barrett with it. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. 14 feet away, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 15. Kenny. And
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Mo Harkless really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Knox, and it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Knox. He dishes it to Payton. Barrett with the ball. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Barrett's got his first bucket in this one.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
From about 19 feet. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Hornets trail by 14. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. A promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Now, here's Bridges. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. The Knicks leading by 14. The pass to Knox. Back to Robinson. Some nice passing by New York here. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Barrett's got 5 points so far. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things different.
Well, probably two guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has on his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great example. Here's Batum. The Knicks making the shot. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Payton's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Hornets trail by 21. Batum attacking, looking to end the run. Robinson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Knicks. Here's Martin. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Kicks it to Graham. Pass to Bacon. Here's Washington. Defended by Harkless. Clock at 4. Pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by New York.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
In the corner, Barrett with it. Here's Knox, covered by Martin. Fires it up. Randall controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Robinson against Hernan Gomez. Robinson with the block. Oh, Barrett. He's got 5. Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Graham, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barrett's got 7 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Harkless with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. And here we go. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Bobby Portis comes in for Julius Randle. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Barrett. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Kevin Knox. The Hornets also changing it up. Cody Zeller's checked in for Hernan Gomez. McDaniels comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Martin.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. New York ahead, just dominating this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Hornets, Cody Zeller out there with McDaniels. Then there's Monk, then there's Batum, and it's Martin in at the shooting guard. Feeds it to Zeller. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's Dotson, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
The offensive rebound, Martin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that one falls for Martin. Of course, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible. Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
The shot by Monk is no good. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Batum, good.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Here's Knox. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Martin. And then Monk with the dunk.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Robinson kicks to Payton. Now, here's Barrett. Not a lot of room. Basket counts. 6 points for Robinson.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Martin with the ball. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Knox misses. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next shot. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Knox. Barrett with the ball. 3 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. Barrett's got 7 points for the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Knicks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for R.J. Barrett.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Knox the pass to Barrett. Here's Knox. He kicks it to Randall. Over to the left wing. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And it's the Hornets ball. Monk for 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. So it's the Knicks now. Here's Knox. Outside Robinson. Payton passes to Robinson. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Tipped away. Graham kicks to Bridges. On its way from Monk for 2. No good from the wing. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I am here joined by Snipes 2430.
Coming up next, the Hornets taking on the Pistons. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA GM. Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Charlotte, they would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, the Pistons, 2 spots down.
And right now for the Pistons, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the point. And for the Hornets, we've got Terry Rozier. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at the 2. And here are the Hornets now, following the bucket by the Pistons. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Rose. Here's Snell, defended by Bridges. Outside Rose. And there's the pass to Wood. Feeds it to Griffin. Over Washington. And he overshot that one, missing. And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's Rose. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Pass to Wood. Shoots from the block. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
Passes it to Rozier. That 3 off the mark. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Kennard. Bucket is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Rose kicks to Griffin. On the money from 12 feet away.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Kennard. Averaging about 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure. Things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Now here's Rose. Kicks it to Snell. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Bridges. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Well, we've seen it before. We're certainly seeing it right now, Smitty. The super team phenomena. Is there anything the league can or should do about that?
What I think they can do is being able to allow players to sign a longer-term deal. If a guy is, I would say, under contract for 6, 7, 8 years, then you won't see as much movement. But if you have these guys who are making so much money off the court from their endorsements, they're going to keep signing shorter deals so they'll have the leverage to be able to move.
Shot's good by Kennard.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Hornets trail by 8. Now, here's Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Heat in Miami. Pass to Graham. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Snell, that's good. Snell's got his second basket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And the basket by Rozier.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Rose against Rozier. Rose passes to Griffin. A rebound by Washington.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Count that one.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Wood can't hit. The Hornets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Unloads from 13. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Pistons leading by 4. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Deflects the pass. Griffin kicks to Rose. And the pass to Kennard. Outside for Griffin. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. Bring it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
The Hornets shooting their second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And so he makes both from the line. And Detroit has possession for the 3. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. The Pistons on top, up by 2. We'll be back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Hornets, we've got Cody Zeller. Bridges out there with Bacon. Then there's Batum, and it's Graham in at the 1.
A good mid-range shooter. Galloway just taking what the defense allows.
Outside for Batum. Pass to Bacon. Back to Batum. Stolen by Doumbouya. Mikhailuk passes to Galloway. Misses the baby hook. Hornets trail by 4. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Well, Langston Galloway, not the most efficient scorer, but he'll eat minutes for you.
Yeah, Galloway not a player you want taking a ton of shots overall, but he can hit from outside if you give him a look. That's really his best shot.
And Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Charlotte trailing. Bacon the pass to Bridges. Shoots over Doumbouya. Zeller trying to free himself up. And the dunk by Zeller.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, can I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Makers sends it back. Here's Bacon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Bridges.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
Batum against Brown. Passes it to McRae. And here is Maker. The feed now to Henson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Maker misses.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Charlotte again missing. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. Mykhailiuk passes to McRae. For 3. They get it back. Pass to Mykhailiuk. Brown outside. It's tipped. Here's the break. Here's Batum. There's the pass to Rozier. Batum against Brown. Here's Bacon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here we go, all alone, and here they go.
A willing passer who's still learning. Maker keeps his eyes up and makes the unselfish play.
Hornets trail by 5. Left block shot on the way. Shot by Zeller, no good.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Griffin's checked in for Detroit. Rose comes in for Brown. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Henson. Pass to Griffin. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. For Charlotte, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Bridges for 3. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Capable of scorching you from the perimeter. When Bridges has a great look, he takes advantage.
Pass to Kennard. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, it was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They never trailed by more than 3 points. And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And here's Rose. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. On the court for the Pistons. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Rose. And it's Wood in at the center, walking down the middle.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Graham kicks to Bridges. Launches it. The shot that time, not on target. And the Pistons now going the other way. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Kennard's shot is off. Well, the Hornets shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with, Greg, I think a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
He kicks to Graham. The pass to Bridges from past the arc. Detroit with the rebound. Here's Kennard. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Rose passes to Wood. Off the left rim and out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And that one drops. Rozier's got 8 points.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey has found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." That's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David.
In terms of drawing fouls, Griffin is one of the best we have in the NBA.
It's his first trip to the line.
People wondered how happy Blake Griffin would be after being traded from LA to Detroit a few years back. He has completely embraced the city, and Motown loves him back as well, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Cody Zeller comes in for Washington. Dwayne Bacon's checked in for Bridges. And Martin subbed in for Terry Rozier. Doumbouya, good. Doumbouya's got his second bucket tonight. And with Griffin, he's also embraced Detroit's situation, trying to build a contender.
Griffin said he feels like he's a part of building something special here in Detroit. You have to admire how quickly Blake has gone all in for the Pistons franchise.
Charlotte no good that time either. Pistons leading by 5. So the wing on the left. Galloway kicks to McRae. Pass to Henson. Pistons passing it around. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Doumbouya. It's tipped. 5 on the clock. To the middle. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Martin with the ball. Here's Hernan Gomez. And yes, it's good. Enzo Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. It's a 3-point game. Kicks to Henson. Puts it up from 12. They get it back. The Hornets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Martin, the pass to Zeller. Now Graham. 10 points for him. For the tie. Connects from 3-point range. Graham's got 13 points.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
There's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Here's Bacon. Pass to Graham. For the lead. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Tie game here in Charlotte. And we're coming right. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Possession by possession.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Batum, and it's Graham in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now the pass to Bacon. Pass to Batum to take the lead. Right wing. Passes it to Biyombo. Pass to Graham. From the arc. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Mikhailuk. Wide open shot is on the money. Mikhailuk's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Pistons. Kicks it to Graham. To the inside. Biyombo, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Biyombo's got it all tied up now for the Hornets. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. The pass to Graham. Detroit with the rebound. To the middle. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Biyombo kicks to Batum. Pass to Graham from downtown. It's hauled in by Wood. Pistons leading by 4. Kennard, the pass to Rose. And there it is for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Hornets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Knocks down the 3 ball.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
That's what you have to do. Clutch shots, clutch shooters, they come through in those positions.
Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
He's a hard guy to knock off balance. Blake Griffin taking the hit and staying in rhythm.
Bacon the pass to Graham. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Biyombo, that's good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
There's Bacon. Up again. It's good on the putback. And it's now only a 1-point Piston lead.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Graham with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively to take the lead. Graham with the bucket. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Rose passes to Griffin. And foul on the shots. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That's the kind of leadership you want from Blake Griffin, a guy who wants to take those big shots.
Here's Graham. Detroit with the rebound. Here's Mikhailuk. Passes to Kennard. From deep. Gets the 3 to fall.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Pass to Bacon. Graham. There's the 3. Rebounded by Rose.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Kennard, the pass to Griffin.
You know, thinking back, Chauncey Billups once said, Griffin might be too nice of a guy, yet he's a league leader in technicals almost every season.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Washington's checked in for Biyombo. Bridges comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And Monks subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And Detroit with a change here, too. Snell's checked in. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
The pass to Rose. Back to Kennard. Pass to Wood. And stolen by Graham. Fires for three. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
All right, we are catching up with the NBA 2K community, talking about NBA 2K21, and we have Pretty Loves Pink in the house. Welcome back.
And now introducing at the small forward position, at 6.
And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Knox out there with Alfred Payton, and it's Robinson. In at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for Detroit, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood, and it's Rose in at the point guard position. Randall kicks to Payton. A three-pointer off the mark. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Hawks. In the corner, Snell with it. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. It's deflected. Inside, here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Well, the big story from the Knicks last season was the surprise trade that sent Porzingis to Dallas. Shook up the entire roster.
Well, never easy to trade a franchise player, but there was some rumblings that maybe Porzingis was not going to stay there long term, and a surprise deal made last year as Porzingis exited New York for Dallas. So the next opportunity for them was draft and free agency, and to try to get as flexible as they possibly could be for the next few years.
To the paint, here's Barrett. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Barrett's got 6.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Pass to Griffin. Rose dishes to Griffin. Rose scanning the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Drills it from outside. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Passes it to Robinson. Here's Kennard. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Down low, and Randall throws it down.
And something about watching lefties who can get up like that just looks different, doesn't it, Kevin?
Rose passes to Wood. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Back to Rose. Shot from the top of the key. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
The pass to Knox. Lays it up off the glass. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a handle.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's that he has an idea of, after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who was a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
So it's Detroit now, following the score by New York. Rose kicks to Kennard. 4 on the clock. Shot on the wing. Rose can't hit. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. 51 seconds left to play in the first. Barrett the pass to Robinson. Now here's Payton. New York needs to get off a shot. Robinson, that's good.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Wood can't hit. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Rose. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Barrett, and the Knicks good for 2.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's the New York Knicks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action after this word. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Brown, Maker out there with Doumbouya, and it's Galloway in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. The Knicks leading by 16. Harkless the pass to Portis. He kicks it to Gibson. Up top, Harkless. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He gets that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Pistons shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Galloway shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good from Galloway. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for the Pistons. Galloway hits both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Ntilikina. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Back to Harkless. Takes a 3. The Knicks rebound. Here's Portis. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Outside Gibson. And it's Bullock in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Portis. Shoots over Doumbouya. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range. You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Harkless kicks to Ntilikina. From outside, off the mark. Pistons trail by 14. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Bullock passes to Gibson. That one misses. For Detroit, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Doumbouya, it's blocked. Out of bounds, Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Detroit making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. McRae kicks to Doumbouya. Goes back up. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Henson.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points trolling the offensive glass.
Gibson against Henson. Bullock with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Gibson passes to Portis. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
It's Brown with the drive. Doumbouya dishes to Brown. To the paint. Maker kicks to Brown. That one's not going to go. The Knicks go the other way with it. They led by as many as 18 points. No good with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
A baseline Jay. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Maker's got his first 2 points.
A superb length shown there by Thon Maker. He has tremendous will that time to beat the other guys to the ball.
And here's Bullock from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And so it's the New York Knicks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And it's been there.
Thank you,
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 13-point lead. And Shaq. And
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Knox, and it's Barrett at the 3. Rose. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Rose goes in. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. Here's Rose. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Wood, 5 on the clock. To the right side. Lets it go from deep. Rose, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Randall grabs the board. Now, here's Barrett. He's got 12. Kicks it to Payton. Passes it to Robinson. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Griffin passes to Kennard. Robinson pulls it in. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Shots good by Kennard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
One shot on the way, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Mykhailiuk passes to Henson. Off target from the baseline. The Knicks leading by 18. For 3, Ellington. And Galloway pulls it down. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Mykhailiuk passes to Griffin. Banked in off the glass. Griffin's got his second basket.
The inside game of Griffin, very polished and superb at getting into a position where he can cash in.
51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Knox. Offensive rebound. Randall kicks to Barrett. On the wing, Ellington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Harkless the pass to Ellington. Count that one. And the Knicks lead by 18. Pistons shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. The wing jumper off target.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Fast break, Detroit. Here's Galloway, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Galloway's got 7.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks out front, up by 16. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. McCray is out there with Rose. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Griffin. And it's Mykhailiuk in at the small 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And Henson kicks to McCray. Shoots over Ellington. The Pistons rebound. Henson the pass to McCray. Stolen by Bullock. Payton drives in. It's rebounded by Mykhailiuk.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Rose. It's rebounded by Payton. New York leading by 16. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And here is Ellington. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Portis. Shoots over Griffin. Portis can't get it to go. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count it. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Payton. Bullock with it. He's covered by Rose. Now Payton. Here's Bullock. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Makai Luke passes to Griffin. 5 to shoot. From the arc. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Payton. Henson against Gibson. Payton outside. Detroit with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
A different look here for Detroit. Christian Wood comes in for John Henson. And Tony Snell subbed in for McRae. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Ando comes in for Portis. Checked in for Reggie Bullock. And Kevin Knox is subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And so Payton will bring it up for New York. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And there's the feed to Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
Yeah, Knox trying to improve in this portion of his offensive game, distribution.
Oh, Griffin in position. An emphatic LU jam.
And Blake Griffin, once again, an opportunity to show us his bounce. A dangerous player when he skies up for the alley-oop.
And some very quick points for him on that possession. Pistons trailed by 14. Inside, Wood. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
Here for your teammate, when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
It's good on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Yeah, Randall not giving up on that play, smells that one out, grabs the ball, and gets 2 more.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Knox from 15 feet away. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for New York.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Julius Randle.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Back to Rose.
New York foul.
Free throw, good, Rose.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Henson checked in for Christian Wood. Thon Maker comes in for Blake Griffin. Doomboy is checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Brandon Knight in for Kennard. Here's Maker. The shot will not fall. The Knicks go the other way with it. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Randle on the follow.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Thon Maker.
Randle, tough guy to guard here as he uses that frame to earn another trip to the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Randle. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
The first one falls. so he gets them both. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Randall off target. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Like a beast.
So we just talked to Aerial Powers, and I hear that you're going to be in her tournament. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
We don't have any details yet, but I do know that Hazel's going to be a captain, and she asked me to be on her team. I don't know if I was supposed to be a secret or not, but everybody knows now I'm on Hazel's team, so look out.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Look at the Hornets. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And, of course, New York, just a couple spots back.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
We all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Elfrid Payton is out there with Knox, and it's Robinson in at the 5. And for Charlotte, Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier, and there's Monk, and it's Graham in at the shooting guard. And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Here's Barrett. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And it's Rozier missing. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the Knicks. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. And now just over a minute played here in the first. New York again turning it over. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Now, here's Monk. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Graham, the pass to Monk, just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 14. Here's Biyombo. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. I mean, they keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play. It's all about the tail of the tape right there. I mean, his size advantage makes that jump shot easy pickings.
Monk kicks to Graham. Passes to Washington. Over Randall. Washington, that's good. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And Chris, for the Hornets, as we know, their coach Borrego preaches preparation.
Well, yeah, and it shows it up in the stats, Kevin. I mean, they're the best in taking care of the ball. The team does not take silly fouls on defense.
And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Knicks. Graham, the pass to Monk. Over Barrett.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Knox. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Payton. Biyombo with the block. They retain possession. Clock is at 3. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Monk. Payton's shot is off.
Not the guy you expect to be missing a bucket.
And it's Washington missing.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And Robinson throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now, here's Barrett. He's covered closely. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Monk. Here's Graham. Good on the triple. Graham's got 5.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
Knox the pass to Robinson. Here's Randall. Releases from the wing and drills it. Randall's got his 3rd basket of the night.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Here's Washington. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Knox the pass to Randall. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 8.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
For Charlotte, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Biyombo. Bank shot, no good.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Pass to Rozier. Charlotte moving it around. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good from Washington. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. There's the pass to Harkless. He kicks it to Bullock. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Julius Randle getting it done for New York. Scoring, rebounding. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. And if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Charlotte, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Graham in at the 1. Shot clock at 2. Batum with the ball. Guarded now by Harkless. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Malik Monk comes in for Nicholas Batum. Here's Ntilikina. Graham defending. Portis. Here's Gibson. Pass to Harkless. From past the arc. A rebound by Washington.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
And it's Graham missing. Monk, no one around him. A three-pointer, no good. The Knicks leading by 3. And Gibson, here we go. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? They have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout-out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. Stolen by Bullock. Passes it to Ntilikina. All alone. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easy as that.
Washington, that's good.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Here's Ntilikina. 20 points for him last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. He didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
No good from Gibson. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Now here's Harkless. Defended by Bridges. Portis drives in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Portis has got the lead up to 3 now for New York. Hornets shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. And out of St. John's, Mo Harkless in his 7th NBA season.
Yeah, and he's coming into his own as a defensive-minded wing. His offense is still a work in progress, but he's still in his mid-20s. He's got some time.
The Hornets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
There's a quiet confidence that Monk seems to play with. You can see he just feels like nobody can guard him. Kid just plays with an edge.
And New York making a change here. Julius Randle's checked in for Bobby Portis. Barrett comes in for Harkless. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Ntilikina. The shot by Monk is no good. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Randle throws it down.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Outside, Batum kicks to Monk. Pass to Biyombo. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. They grab their own miss. Shot by Zeller, no good. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
And Randle throws it down.
It's amazing how far Randle has come. I mean, from a role player to budding star, and he's not done yet.
Now, here's Monk to the left side wing. Here's Zeller. The shot's good.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Now the pass to Randle. And he slams it down right on top of Bismack Biyombo.
What I love about Randle is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Here's Monk. He makes the Johnny from the left block. Monk's got 5. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A fantastic first quarter from Julius Randle. He had 14 points, 7 rebounds. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. It's Randle and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Knox out there with Payton, and it's Barrett at the small forward. Now here's Payton after the miss from Malik Monk to the middle. Randle passes to Robinson. New York moving it around. He kicks it to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. Barrett's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Knicks.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Picked him clean. Now here's Payton. He's guarded closely. Barrett the pass to Knox. Payton dishes to Randle. Barrett with the ball. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. It's deflected. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, you gotta love Rozier. Skying up for the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with his tremendous leap.
Here's Knox. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Payton against Rozier. Payton passes to Robinson. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
And here we can check the story out on Terry Rozier. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. 6th in three-point field goal percentage, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And back to his efficiency from three. As you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Charlotte. And New York with a change here, too. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Knox. On the wing, Batum. He's guarded by Bullock. Rozier. No good that time. The Knicks go the other way with him.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Harkless the pass to Robinson. To the inside. Banked in off the glass. Portis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And when he comes off the bench, you know Bobby Portis is looking to make an immediate difference.
Oh, yeah, and Portis isn't shy about getting shots up as a reserve. He knows he is out there to stir things up and provide a different look for this team.
Here's Bullock following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Bullock kicks to Ntilikina. And the layup's good off the glass. Ntilikina's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Rozier the pass to Washington. Here's Bacon, defended by Portis. Pass to Bacon. Shot clock at 5. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. And it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man, Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
Pass to Washington. Back to Rozier. Fires the 3. The Knicks pull it in.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
Harkless the pass to Robinson. Here's Portis. Back to Robinson. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. Number 1, the Knicks.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Ellington comes in for Ntilikina. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ellington kicks to Bullock. Over in the corner, Portis. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Portis has got 8 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Martin wide open. He fires. Charlotte no good that time either. Knicks on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Harkless. Here's Bullock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And so Bullock nails both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Graham, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Bridges inside the three-point line. And so it's the New York Knicks finding a 15. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And there's Monk, and it's Graham in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous with scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Now here's Ellington. Barrett kicks to Ellington. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ellington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
The shot's good from Monk.
And you see the improvement in that mid-range game by Monk. He really wants to be a knockdown threat from all 3 levels on the floor.
Here's Barrett. It's picked off. The shot's good from Monk.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Pass to Ellington. In the corner, Barrett with it. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. So for the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Gibson. And it's Payton in for Wayne Ellington. Rozier for 3. And the Hornets miss again. New York leading by 17. Ball stolen. Here's Monk. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
And there's the pass to Randall. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Payton outside. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson passes to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Pass to Washington. Over Randall. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Rozier, and he uses the glass on the layup.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
And so Payton will bring it up for New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Robinson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Knicks.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Julius Randle.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biyombo. Miles Bridges comes in for Washington. Martin's checked in for Monk, and Martin subbed in for Rozier. And a new group in for the Knicks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Randall. Damian Dotson comes in for Barrett. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Elfrid Payton, and Smith subbed in for Knox. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. McDaniels is checked in for Nicholas Batum. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Down low and stolen by Ellington. The drive by Smith. Oh, what a beautiful play.
What the intensity. Did you see that?
Oh,
great.
Goodness. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Passes it to Bridges. Lots of room. It's not going to go for him. Now here's Ellington. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for some. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluidity. And goaltending.
Okay?
Of course, always.
So, Pink, last year, I remember we talked about the WNBA coming to NBA 2K for the first time. I can confirm that it's back in NBA 2K21. What are some things you'd like to see to improve on the WNBA inclusion?
I would like to see, like, people that are not my size look so short. The
view of downtown Detroit is seen from the... As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. As you take a look at Charlotte, they would be at the golf course if the playoffs happen today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, the Detroit Pistons, a couple spots below.
And, you know, for the Hornets, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Bridges. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Graham in at the shooting guard. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood, and it's Rose in at the point. Kennard, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
Here's Graham. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Well, we have two teams tonight, Steve, that love to take their time working it up court. When you played, which were the best teams at grinding it out in slower games?
You know, I think the Chicago Bulls, that triangle offense, I mean, they ran on fast break on their defense, but on the offensive end, they wanted to wear you down with that triangle offense. And the teams that had dominant post players, they would get it down to them, make you double team, the ball would move around. And that was pretty much Shaq teams and Akeem Olajuwon teams, guys who had dominant centers.
Rose scanning the floor. Here's Kennard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. Pass to Wood. Pistons passing it around. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Graham, and there's another one for the Hornets.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Rose passes to Snell. Baseline jumper. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Heat. Bridges, no one around him. Rebound by Rose. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wood kicks to Snell. Puts it up. Kennard's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Washington, that's good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Wood. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Hornets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Detroit with the ball, following Miles Bridges' 3-point attempt. Rose dishes to Griffin. Biyombo with the block. Here's Graham. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists tonight. And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. 4-point game. They faced off right here last time they met, but the Hornets just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision-making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. There's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. There's the pass to Maker. Yep, it counts.
Absorbing contact and finishing through it. Maker's been adding strength to his frame.
Passes to Bridges. From 13. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Pistons trail by 3. Galloway finds Brown. Doumbouya at the elbow. Pass to Mikhailuk. It's up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. Here's Zeller. Pass to Rozier. Here's Bacon for 3. Doumbouya pulls it in. With the shot. Again, the Pistons good for 2. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Hornets on top. They lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Bacon, and it's Zeller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Monk, 4 on the shot clock. Shot by Zeller, no good. And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
That ties the game. Mikhailov's got 5 now.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Bridges for 3. Offensive rebound, Zeller. Rozier for 3. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Zeller's got his first bucket in this one.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Galloway, the pass to Mikhailov. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Monk kicks to Rozier. Back to Monk. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here's Doumbouya. He's guarded closely. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now it's a 3-point Detroit lead.
This is what you get from Maker, a legit 7-footer who brings the energy.
So for the Pistons, John Henson comes in for Maker. And it's Jordan McRae in for Langston Galloway. Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Zeller's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Batum dishes to Zeller. Count that bucket. Zeller's got 4 points this quarter. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injuries. So I do like the clear path fouls.
Here's Doumbouya, and the jam by Doumbouya.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Washington. Good, nice job down low.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Detroit shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the Hornets making a change here. Biyombo's checked in, and Brown drops them both. 1:53 left in the first half. The pass to Bacon. Now Graham. Passes it to Biyombo from deep. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Kicks it to Graham. 1:19 left to play here in the half. Over Brown. And it's Graham missing. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. And the shot no good from McRae.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Bangs home the trifecta. McRae's got the lead up to 6 now for Detroit.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Washington passes to Bacon. Charlotte moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Graham kicks to Biyombo. Here's Washington. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Washington's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table. Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But, you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Griffin passes to McCray. Here's Kennard. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They were unable to ever build a big... Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Hornets trail by 4. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Pistons. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Derrick Rose is out there with Kennard, and it's Wood in at the 5. Rome in the paint. And so it's Charlotte with it after the basket by Detroit. Offensive rebound, out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
And it's Rose penetrating. Basket good. Now it's a 6-point Detroit lead.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
Graham, the pass to Bridges. And Griffin sends it back.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there. This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Rozier the pass to Washington. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 4th assist in this one.
They might be behind, but you can't blame him. He has been spectacular so far in this one.
Hornets trail by 5. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. So, Smitty, if we take James Harden out of the equation, who has the best step-back jumper in the NBA right now?
You know, there's a few guys. Damian Lillard has an unbelievable step-back. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal creates a lot of space on his step-back jumper.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Bismack Biyombo, and Martin subbed in for Rozier. Back to Snell. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Mikhailuk. A rebound by Washington. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. 3-pointer. Martin hits it from 3-point range. Martin's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
You can fall in love with floating around the perimeter. I like it when Maker attacks the rim.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Graham surveying the floor. On the wing. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mikhailu. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 5 assists tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Graham. Another shot. Pass to Hernangomez. Charlotte moving it around. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Pistons leading by 4. Here's Doumbouya. From down in the low post, it goes.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside, Martin. From 17 feet out. Rebound by the Pistons. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Shots good by Hernangomez.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Snell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That's good from Snell. The Pistons making a change here. Rose is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Here's Rozier. Second chance shot. Zeller. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
So for the Pistons, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for John Henson. And it's Kennard in for McCray. And that one falls for Zeller. Pistons leading by 5. Here's Rose. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rozier for 3. Cans it from downtown. Rozier's got 6. And it's Rose with the ball for Detroit. So the wing on the left, picked off in midair. Here's Washington. Got a hand on it. Outside Rose. Pass to Snell. Shoots over Batum. Snell, no good. And that's it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the 4th. It's Detroit up by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Charlotte, inside Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Batum is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Bacon in at the 3. 6 to shoot. That shot is off. Griffin with some nice D. In the corner, Snell with it. Rozier with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Bacon's shot is off. Pistons leading by 4. Here's Kennard. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. That's a 2 from Rozier. Charlotte no good that time either. Detroit's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. The pass to Wood. Right side, Griffin. He kicks to Snell. Griffin down low, defended by Batum. Lays it up and banks it in. Griffin's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pistons. Rozier against Rose. Out to the right wing. Zeller controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Shots good by Kennard.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Outside for Batum. Offline with his three. Detroit leading by 8. To the left wing. Snell finds Rose. Here's Wood. And he banks in the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And the basket by Rozier.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's what Griffin is known for best. His unreal vertical, which allows him to go over defenders.
Rozier with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. And it's Rozier missing. The Pistons have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Here's Graham following the basket by Blake Griffin. Now, here's Bridges. Lays it up off the glass.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
There's Rose with the 3. But they recover it. Here's Snell, defended by Bridges. Passes it to Wood. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Graham. The 3 ball. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Detroit.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. When everything started to look a little dire, they really put the hammer down.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Blake Griffin.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Here's Snell following the bucket by the Hornets. Great positioning on the putback. Wood's got the lead up to 13 now for Detroit.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
First free throw is good.
At the line for the Hornets.
And so he hits both. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
To the wing right side. Brown outside. Hornets with the rebound. Martin finds Martin. Charlotte again missing. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Now you started an
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Pistons. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason. And, of course, there's the Knicks tied right now.
And right now for the Pistons, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Wood in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for New York, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Wayne Ellington is out there with Payton, and it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Misses off the right iron.
And that's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Now here's Payton. He just could not put it together in that loss to Atlanta. The shot's good from Ellington.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Rose with the ball. Ellington defending. Wood can't hit.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Payton's shot is off. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Snell, and the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Barrett, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And they take the lead.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
And the Knicks miss again. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Elfrid Payton. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Kai Lucas checked in.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Here's Kennard. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Portis, who's checked in for Randall, and it's Knox in for Barrett. Offensive rebound. Brown the pass to Galloway. Now here's Doumbouya, defended by Portis. He gets it in there.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Knicks trail by 4. Now here's Bullock. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
You know, you love it when he plays big. Overpowering move right there.
Here's Gibson with the made shot from Sekou Doumbouya. Knox the pass to Ntilikina. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is critical to Ntilikina's development. Nice drive right there.
And it's Doumbouya in the corner. Back to Galloway. Brown inside. He's guarded by Bullock. 5 on the clock. Doumbouya. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Ntilikina kicks to Portis, and the Knicks good for 2. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Galloway taking his time here. Pass to Doumbouya. From 6 feet. Count it. Doumbouya's got 6.
Yeah, great look there. Credit Galloway with the vision to spot the open man.
The 3. No good that time. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he
gets up at 3-4 in the morning.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. We've got John Henson, Maker out there with Doumbouya. Then there's Brown, and it's McRae in at the 2. Now, here's Portis. 20 points for him last game against Atlanta. Bullock passes to Knox. Back to Bullock. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. The Pistons go the other way with it.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Knicks trail by 7. To the middle. Here we go, one-on-one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And for that game against the Warriors, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Randall's checked in for Portis. Eric comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Peyton in for Ntilikina. Detroit also making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Thon Maker. Tony Snell comes in for Doumbouya. And it's Rose in for Brown.
Boy, don't you love how Derrick Rose resurrected his career last season. What a surprise and a bright spot for the T-Wolves. He looked like a completely rejuvenated player.
And that one's good, Griffin.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rose against Peyton. The pass to Knox. Out to the right wing. Here's Barrett. Rebound by the Pistons. And for Rose, he looked refreshed and changed in how he approached his game.
You know what, Kevin? I think he is just a much more patient and smart basketball player. His three ball was so improved, and the shot selection was terrific. Turnovers were down, just improvement across the board.
Now, here's Barrett, following the miss by Griffin. And Barrett gets it to go.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
Right side, Griffin. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Henson's got his first points of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Payton passes to Knox. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
What you love about Kevin Knox is that size and frame, because it allows him to get easy opportunities on the inside.
Now here's Henson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Rose. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Knicks trail by 3. Passes it to Barrett. Fires from the line. He squares up and sinks it. Barrett's got 4 points this quarter.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball, because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
Here's McCray. Here's Henson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Harkless on the wing. Pass to Randall. And here is Payton. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Count the basket.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Payton. Here's Knox. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Absolutely ferocious finish from Mr. Knox. Just salute him.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Payton. Here's Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, it looks like he has put that rough first quarter in the rear view. He's starting to cook here in the second.
Griffin, rebounded by Knox.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They were outscored by... That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Sekou Doumbouya.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Wayne Ellington is out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Barrett at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Payton's shot is off.
And you know, you can't impact the shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Griffin's shot is good. No doubt passing is a premium for this team game of the NBA. We love the individual star power, but it is a team game. Are there any playmakers out there that don't get, Doris, you think, enough credit for all that they do for their team?
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is a man that Steve Kerr described as probably the smartest single basketball player he has ever been around, and that's Andre Iguodala. The numbers in terms of his scoring, obviously not eye-popping, but his incredible defense and then his elite passing skills have been so critical to so many championship teams.
Payton kicks to Robinson. Knocked loose. And the pass to Wood. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And now a 9-point Detroit lead. And they get it. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's Kennard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Bobby Portis comes in for Randall. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Mykhailiuk. Yep, that one goes in there. Mykhailiuk's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, Taj Gibson, a terrific athlete, easily gets off the floor to finish with authority.
And the jam by Doumbouya.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's Mykhailiuk. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Here's Wood. Passes to Mykhailiuk. Fires the three. That shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. For three, Bullock. Good on the three-point shot. Bullock's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. Number one, the Knicks.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
The Knicks making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. Akers checked in for Detroit. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. From the baseline, Portis can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 13. Inside, pass to Kennard. Here's Wood, defended by Gibson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Really left alone that time. Galloway has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, it's such a great example of Galloway not needing a lot of time to get off that catch and shoot.
Pass to Ellington. That one's off, still out of sync. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Kennard. Banked in off the glass. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Ellington. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Harkless with the bucket. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now the pass to Mykhailiuk. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Bullock. 6 on the shot clock. Galloway, the pass to Mikhailuk. Misses off the left iron. For 3, Bullock. And the miss. And so it's the Detroit Pistons in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. On out there with Rose. And it's Wood in at center.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Payton kicks to Robinson. Randall controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
To the inside. And then Griffin with the dunk.
An unreal performance by Griffin. Locked in. They just have not come up with a scheme to contain it.
Pass to Payton. Dishes it to Robinson. And it's Robinson again missing.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Rose finds Griffin. It's rebounded by Barrett.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Payton, good.
Boy, how quick are the feet of Elfrid Payton. Gets into space and turn the lights out.
Pass to Wood. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. Ntilikina comes in for Wayne Ellington. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. It's stolen by Randall. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
Pass to Wood, stolen by Robinson. Barrett the pass to Randall. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Now, here's Bullock. Griffin with the steal.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
Here's Wood, guarded by Robinson. There's the pass to Snell, right wing. Here's Kennard at the tip. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Ntilikina. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that takes tremendous body control from Frank Ntilikina. Even with a physical defensive player, he stays composed.
Passes it to Wood. Here's Griffin. Again, the Pistons score. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Bullock passes to Randall. Here's the floater. Good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And that's an intentional foul. A different look for New York. Payton comes in for Reggie Bullock, and Ellington is subbed in for Ntilikina. Pass to Kennard. We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. Wood kicks to Snell. The offensive rebound, and that one is off. Knicks trail by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Pistons.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Blake Griffin.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor. Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Here's Knox. Yes!
Young Mr. Knox with the big-time delivery.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
Well, Greg, you've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that. Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
Payton dishes to Robinson. Payton outside. Launches a three. It doesn't go for him. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Shot from the inbound. Barrett, no good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony.